It's okay. Well, there we are. We're live. We're officially live now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, first of all, thank you for coming on because we've talked before about doing a few things together here, and yeah. So now we're here. We're going to talk about this Comic Con that just seemed to like wanted to go hard immediately. You know,
Dude, I know. I'm like, I don't understand. What do you guys have left?
normally like the past few years preview night, you just see like the fuzzy picture of the glass. You're like, oh, there might be something cool there, and
Hmm.
they just filled them. They just filled them. There's all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I am honestly impressed with how much stuff they have available right now. Just like I wasn't really into all this last year, but going back and watching like videos of stuff or seeing things like later on, it's just like, oh, okay, so there's going to be like releases after those initial days or
Yeah,
whatever. But then
yeah.
yeah, I'm like, just one brand, just NECA alone, and I'm like, there's too much stuff.
Dude, me, the Joe fan, the endless Joe fan right now, just the constant. And their panel's not till Saturday, and they've revealed so much stuff today. And they said there's going to be a bunch of pre-orders in July, and I'm like, holy crap! Like the line's hitting, and it's hitting hard right now. I mean, you got to take it when you can get it, I guess, because there was a long run where Joe fans weren't getting anything. But what's up, Grizzlehorn? How are you? Um, yeah. So I'll start the little all the images here. We're gonna start with that CollectorCon debacle. I mean, we probably won't spend too much time just kind of trashing Walmart any more than we normally do.
They deserve it though.
They really they gotta stop, dude. Like, so this was everything that went up over the 2 days, which was a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff right before Comic Con. Now, the last one was in January or February, maybe April, that we had like a where the Craven and then
Hmm.
the couple GI Joes went up. I forget how long ago that was.
Yeah.
Maybe in March, but
It feels like every time we turn around, there's some other kind of something. Haulathon,
yeah, yeah,
geek, Paul
really,
geek out, this
really.
thing. Yeah.
But so yeah, we had all this stuff, and then here was kind of like the landing page. And day one, we really didn't have too many issues, and it was mainly the Hasbro stuff. Day two was all the NECA and the Playmates and the WWE figures, and that seems to be where the issue was because a lot of people were getting their items zeroed out, or even from the last Walmart event, items were getting zeroed out, and they don't know if they're going to be canceled or they're getting them for free now, which is like a huge.
Yeah, so when I was able to get the Mutant Mayhem stuff, and I was charged immediately for three out of no, I think for all four of them immediately, and then I slowly would get an email that was like refunded, 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 and then the order is still there. So I think it's just like some weird because Walmart doesn't know how to internet anything, but I think
Yeah,
they
it's weird.
charge you. They're ideally not charging you, but they're
So
just like this is how they can figure it out how to use a pre-order system with their probably, I'm guessing,
yeah,
outdated
it's surprising to
interface.
me. Last year, I changed my well, got a new email address, and I was in the process of changing everything over. It's surprising to me how many of these large companies can't just change an email. It's what's going on, Nardog? It's really crazy, but yeah. So I really wish they'd stop doing exclusives at Walmart and Target. At least for me, with the GI Joes, I can get my stuff directly from Pulse. I just bypass anytime anything's exclusive to Target or Walmart. I don't go to those sites. I go right to Pulse and pre-order them.
Yeah, well, the
It,
downside though with that is like it happened to me. It's happened to plenty of other people. But you order Hasbro Pulse, and then people are walking into Target and
yeah,
buying it, and you
yeah.
still don't
Oh,
have it.
oh, I still don't have my retro carded Snake Eyes and Crimson Guard, and people are finding them in stores. And it's like, why isn't it shipped yet? But you know, as much stuff as I'm getting hit with right now, it's
Hmm.
fine. As long as I get it at some point and I don't have to worry about it being canceled, then it just shows up, and I'm a happy collector. Then something new then in the mail. So yeah, this isn't really toy related, but the Ninja Turtle original cartoon will be coming back to Nickelodeon. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool. They announced that today.
which is awesome. I hope that that they actually would take the time and kind of enhance the quality a little bit.
That's exactly what I said. I'm like, dude, all these movies and shows that get remastered or re-released and enhanced in 4K. Turtles are overdue, way overdue. It would be wonderful to see this show remastered in a way, and then the movie too, man. Like let Shout Factory or somebody pick that up and restore it in 4K. That'd be beautiful. I'd love that.
Yeah.
Give me some more bonus features. Another reason to buy it.
well, right. Yeah, that's very true. My friend has put it on his Plex, so I've been slowly making my way through the episodes, but there are most of the episodes are really hard to watch. They just, they don't really hold up.
No. I've been watching
and
G.I. Joe with my son, and we're in season 2 of the original Sunbow cartoon. It's just a fun watch. They don't hold up that well. They're really goofy, and he doesn't care. He's into it. We watched all the He-Man and Thundercats, and now we're watching G.I. Joe, and we've already went through all the Turtles and stuff. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you made it through all of the Turtles?
Not we did.
I mean, at least for the original.
We did the original one, and he just started back up the 2003 series again on Paramount.
Yeah,
he's been watching that on his own, but I watched that myself when that was originally out, and I haven't watched it since then. But we did watch the 2012 CGI one altogether, and I don't think I've watched any of the newer versions with that. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
too much
a
stuff to
huge audience for Rise. I don't know if there's like a big age difference, but that show did really, really well, and people were really bummed when it like kind of just died out.
I mean, anytime that there's Turtles, whether they're my Turtles or not, it's good to have those franchises around.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we'll just go. Super 7 had a couple reveals. Well, not reveals. I'm just showing. I guess this was like in their breakfast or whatever. Man, if this Shredder had the shirt, I would have kind of been into that. But I don't know. I'm not. The frog's cool, but I haven't been pre-ordering anything. I've just been waiting now and seeing if they go on sale.
Yeah, dude. Super 7 they are a buy them on discount brand.
Yeah, I have. When we're getting there, that Raph is cool. I like some of these, but man, like I actually have. This has been paid for a while now.
Well, they do well with that kind of stuff. So they do well with that, like the layer, the cat's layer and stuff that they're putting together. Well, that's their strongest.
I have some of that stuff later. They were just kind of bugging me. I was into it because the Playmates is kind of my mind's eye for Turtles.
Right.
But man, that pivot with the Rat King and that wave, that pivot, and I'm like, look, you need to say that we're not doing this anymore because this is why I'm here. If we're not doing it, like, just say it. Just say it. Let's cut our ties here, and then we're good.
Yeah,
because I have my 5K not TMNT figures, and I really like those.
Yeah, I know we'll get to it, so I want to make sure we put a pin in this to make sure that we talk about this transition that NECA is doing with some of these figures that are kind of a nod to the Playmate stuff. So we'll get to it.
I'm all for nods and homage figures. I love those. I love that stuff. I'm a sucker for those. I think this van looks great. I got this one. I fully believe that third party one was probably the best turtle van, the most versatile. It can blend in any collection you want to go with.
Right.
But I just love this design. It's very stylized, and I think that's why it sucks me in here. But yeah, here we are with the NECA. I didn't expect them to do ultimate turtles. Honestly, I didn't see that coming. I love the effects. I don't even have these turtles. And I'm like, damn, I kind of want those effects.
Dude, I know. Well, and a keen eye would notice that they don't have two-tone paint on them. So normally the bandana, the back half is darker, the back of the head, the back of the arms, all that's removed. Even on the front of the shell, there's usually like a shadow or a highlight color on them.
Okay. I only have
the shadows are gone.
What are they? The promotional turtles, the bright green ones?
Yeah.
That's the only NECA turtles that I have.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're different than the dark green ones, paint wise on the colors.
Other than just being brighter and stuff, I think they're identical.
All right.
But yeah, this is great. I think it's going to be awesome to see these the ultimate versions coming in, and I hope they're 2-packs. I think that's what Gary on the Party Wagon stated.
Okay, 2-packs with the brothers though, so you won't have to buy 4 2-packs. You only get 2, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, which will make it a lot easier for
Yeah.
collectors, I think, to get a hold of versus trying to buy 4 individual ones.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little more to stomach, I guess, than buying a giant 4-pack. So.
I just, in this set, if they're going to be ultimate, truly ultimate, then we need some teeth gritting faces like with the original releases. So the bright green one that you have, is that the 4-pack bright green?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right.
But they have the alternate faces in it. I guess it was the last Haulathon set.
Yeah, but there are these faces. So you have like the smiling, the mouth open.
I would like to see just like an all white eye.
Yeah.
Part for them. That would be cool.
That'd be sweet.
I always hoped that they would do the Toon Turtles in the Playmates colors. You know, each turtle was a little bit different. Yeah. I would be like, I would be a sucker for that one.
Dude, Oscar Cano, if you're familiar with him, he's a customizer, an incredible customizer. Yeah, he's on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, but his stuff is incredible. And he took one of the 4-packs and did a repaint. So they had the white eyes and they were the Playmates colors. It's so good.
That's so sick. Where are we at here?
The biggest thing I noticed from day one were these blast effects. So like the Rex 1, you can go forward one more.
Okay.
So you see the 2 guns. So I'm guessing the bright blue is probably going to come with the evil Rex 1 because he never had a blast effect. This is all new, and I'm totally into it, man.
You're thinking like I wouldn't even know that the blast effects are like a new part.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll be able to tell you later in the Joes, but like the turtles, I'm completely out of the loop here. I love this giant Krang.
Now the unfortunate thing is somebody had spoke to a NECA rep, the video's out there, and the guy's like, yeah, we're not even sure at this point if we will produce this large Krang.
Oh, so it's just for decoration.
Or to see how people react to it, maybe. And if there's enough love, they'll be like, all right, let's do it. But he'll probably be pricey. Yeah.
Well, they said it was more of a quarter scale figure, but you can use it with the tunes.
Yeah, which is definitely the way to do it. Make him, larger than that building. That's good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's looking grumpy as hell. I love it. I had no idea there was so many versions of this rabbit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know from the comics if there were a lot of variants or if they're just getting into the space and of playing in this whole what if thing, because the Toon line is starting to show these, like, I'm sure we'll get to it, but there's the samurai Michelangelo.
Yes.
Now that Usagi reminds me of the toy version.
I love the colors on this one.
Yeah, it's so good.
That bright blue just pops, man. But then you have like this looks like a very like newspaper clip artwork style.
Yeah.
And I guess this is the regular one that's been released, or is this just that in brighter colors?
I think that's the normal one.
Okay.
It's been although I don't think he had the dots on that pattern.
Oh man.
It's been a while. That was like one of my very
yellow space one, because I'm gonna get like a Sinestro Core water slide decal and make Sinestro Core Usagi.
Oh, dude, that's yes.
Yeah, awesome. This one here. I fully planned to just put a Sinestro Core symbol right on his chest.
Yeah, that'll be sweet, dude. Yeah, this is the stuff right here. So like you get the Michelangelo as a samurai, which obviously is very much a nod to the old toys. And then the same thing with Space Donatello. That's just a pull of the Raphael version. So it's like they finally were able to play in the space, but not totally just say we're doing Playmates toys. It's just like heavily inspired by.
Where's the line at? If they can do this, why can't the other one do that? And everybody play together. Because
this is to me like saying, "Hey, Super 7, this is how you do it, guys. Come on, look."
This is cool. I love this.
Yeah, he has been a very popular one since he came out.
Yeah, Mondo was cool as hell.
That hair, though, it's so good.
Yeah. And I've never seen this before in my life, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I never did the Archie comics. Yeah.
This is bonkers, and this is like right up my alley, this over-exaggerated animation style.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never seen this thing before. This is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the Archie Comics, man. So a lot of people are like super into this, like super pumped,
he
especially
does
for
look
the
high.
huh?
He does look high as hell.
Yeah.
Diego. Yeah, that's rad. That's really rad. I've never read any of the Archie comics. Now I have everything out of order, so we're going into the
That's all right.
Last
Good,
Ronin
man.
now.
Yeah. So is there any of the NECA stuff the turtle stuff that you are into specifically, or?
I just kind of grab what I like. So I have the bright green turtles. I have the pinball shredder, the
Yep.
bright purple shredder from that pinball set, and then I have the Archie Comics Slash because I always imagined Slash to be bigger. You know.
Yeah.
And so that's I just kind of piece that stuff together. I'm not all in because there's too many things I'm collecting right now.
I mean, Joe's alone. There's too many.
Oh, dude, that was the easy line. Well, it wasn't easy line. It was really hard to collect for a minute, but like it wasn't steadily figure after figure after figure. Now they're just churning them out, and I was like, oh man, like I had to go from army building 6 figures to 4, and now I'm just doing 2.
Jesus,
because it's too much. There's just too much.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, God, now seeing that there's a white these robots from the Ronin
just stood out immediately to me, and I was like, oh wow, that's like blank coloring book cool, you know.
Yeah, I just reviewed the Ronin figure, that one on the shelf yesterday on the channel, and dude, it's so good. It's, of course it is. You know, NECA never really drops the ball on anything, and I was impressed with it, but that is not a figure that I was like super like had to have.
Right.
And it was really just because his face, his look.
That's always the most fun though.
Right.
And you're like, let me just grab it, and then it turns out to be awesome. I just did that with Torpedo. I was like, this guy in a scuba suit, like I want this guy. And then I'm just sitting there playing with it, and everything was nice and smooth, and he looks cool. I was like, dude, this was a really cool figure. And
yeah, so I'm super stoked for the rest of this stuff. The like all
we're wrapped, man. It did him dirty here.
I know, and there's going to be 2 versions of him. So you got this one from his last stand or whatever, and then you got the one that they just put up for pre-order, which is without all the blood and damage.
And you know they'll do like a Force Ghost version of all the brothers at some point too.
Oh yeah, well they're in one of the windows in the background.
Oh, shit, are they?
Yeah,
they're
right there,
right here. Talking about transition here, man. You know.
Dude. It looks like Donnie's got goggles on his head there. I'm assuming that's Donnie because they usually give him goggles or something in the background there. But this is like a flashback. Michelangelo, super excited about that. It looks so good. It's a lot of orange though.
Yeah, he's pretty chunky here. It's a big boy. I like the Raiden style Donnie. That's cool.
Yeah.
Splinter's cool.
It's a good Splinter. It's like his style has changed from so many different iterations.
He always has the most dramatic appearance change.
Yeah. But I love all this with all the like traditional Japanese styling and like print work.
No, turtle. There's never any turtle hate from me, man. I don't know why this is assumed that I just hate turtles. I say some of you fans are a little thirsty. That's all. You get a little crazy.
Dude, yeah. The people that watch the channel have basically pushed me tenfold into turtles.
Yeah.
It went from being like, I like them. And, I love the movie ones. I'm not going to keep or collect the toon ones. And now it's just, that's where I'm going even harder into.
Well, it's definitely the most exciting because there's a lot of new stuff that's never been done before in the toons and comics.
Mm-hmm.
I love this damn design here, though. This robot, this foot robot is cool.
I know. Yeah, their dials in the booth this year are fantastic. This whole street diorama, which I hope they make it as an option to buy at some point, but it has this like grungy beat up city look with the boarded up windows and things. It's such a nice treatment.
I'm always so jealous of all the Sdcc dials. I remember back in the days of the Marvel Universe, the 3 3/4 inch figures, they would always have this elaborate battle scene, and you could walk all the way around it, and there would just be tunnels, and it was beautiful.
Oh man,
It's just so cool to see that stuff, and I'm like, I just want that in my house, just in my living room. We'll walk around it.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure. And so I hope this future toy that actually just shows up with somebody else. I would imagine he comes with
that would be a
case or
rough
something.
figure, man.
Yeah.
Just in pieces like that. Unless these are detachable, just come out in the black and white version with some detachable parts.
Yeah.
There's Leo getting all Resident Evil here.
Yeah, the sculpt and paint work is just incredible.
I love that robot. Yeah, these drones are cool.
And I ordered the book, the hardback book of all of the full story, so I can actually read it and be.
I have it and haven't read it yet. Like my backlog of books to read is probably taller than my stack of video games to play. Yeah, we'll get there. I dig this.
Yeah.
All the boxes together. I don't keep my boxes. Very rarely do I keep them. But all that together is pretty rad.
Yeah, the only boxes that I've really intentionally have kept are because of the art, and right now that is heavily the VHS stuff from the X-Men.
Yeah, my Spider-Man VHS set. I have the boxes piled up right now. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'll probably put them in the background some point somewhere. But yeah, this Dio is cool here.
It's so good. It's a nice combination, man. It really just, it's got the look that clearly is more of a comic book, right? Like there's a little bit more grunge and like there's still black outlines though. So you could use it with Toon things, or maybe even push it with movie stuff, because
I think that's why I like the Archie stuff so much, is because it just plays that line of it can be comic or cartoon.
Yeah.
These are cool. The colors, everything just pops so well from here.
Yeah, that guy went up for pre-order. I don't know enough about him at all. Again, it's a lot of the comic stuff I just don't know, but people were super excited.
I knew Baxter. That's cool.
And I love me a good computer, man. Like I had to get this.
I bought the Amber Collection Samuel L. Jackson for the old Windows PC.
Heck yeah.
Love me some goofy accessories. This rat can was cool though. I like this enough that I might buy it.
Yeah, this is definitely a guy that lives deep in the nasty sewer with a bunch of rats. Like he looks incredible.
More baby turtles. You guys have to have a bin just full of baby turtles at this point.
Yeah, there's always some version there. It's crazy.
That's like these are like the easy back end here. Like Hasbro has that stupid magic effect that they throw with everybody for Legends, and then NECA just throws in baby turtles
and pizza slices.
Yeah,
Jesus.
The movies here.
Yeah, I hope there's enough steam behind the movie stuff, because
dude, when I seen the Chunky Foot Soldier, like they're just gonna get like every extra now from the movie.
Yeah, he was such a iconic guy for like one scene. It's just like we still don't have Tatsu, but we have.
So he won't respond to him, right? Or they just don't know how to get a hold of him.
I have no idea. I don't know. It's great to see Perry though, Professor Perry, but it's one of those things where I'm like, are we? Is there still enough steam behind this movie release for NECA that people will go and get all of this stuff? I guess so. I don't know.
You have to be like a diehard fan to be going this deep in the movie line, because I would assume most people just want Shredder, the Turtles, April and Casey.
Yeah.
And then, maybe some Foot, but after that.
Well, in April, and then the April Casey 2-pack, you see those things all over the place still.
Did they put out that April in the jumpsuit yet? Did you guys get that?
No, she hasn't.
Okay.
They haven't teased her even. I assume that'll be like a weekend thing or something.
Movie line is all I collect. Give me all. So what do you want? What is left from the movie line that you want?
Probably the Page Turco, which is the April from the second and third movie.
You think they make her?
I don't know. I mean, it's crazy that they haven't. I mean, considering
He-
we're into the third
he's
movie already, and we
awfully
don't.
buddy with Judith, though. You know that might be weird. Oh, Vanilla Ice, dude, he would totally do it.
No, they've never been able to work that out with Vanilla Ice. There's actually a
Really?
video from what is his name?
He's like
Sneaky Geeky.
a show with Amish people. He's not going to sign to make action figures.
Sneaky Geeky was interviewing someone, Trevor probably, and in that thing he talks about Vanilla Ice, and he's like, yeah, you know, we've talked to him a couple times and we just can't come to an agreement.
He probably wants too much.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't even remember this throne from this movie.
No. And it doesn't seem like, I mean, his feet don't even touch the ground right now. So I'm like, is this
What's for
incomplete?
Super Shredder? You can put Super Shredder in here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild. And it's always crazy seeing these dials like this too, because it's like, okay, so where did you get the freaking punching bag? Where did you guys get all these pieces? Like, we will try to build these things. Where are you getting them?
So this set would have to come with the punching bag and then the dummy where they put all the stuff.
Dude,
take
I
all the
hope
stuff
so.
off. He would have to. That's the whole scene. He would. I mean, if he's in this gear, I would think he would have to have that.
Yeah.
But this cracked me up when I seen the chubby foot soldier. I was like,
Yeah.
hell yeah. And these monsters. Yeah, I didn't expect them to keep going with these monsters.
I didn't well,
To do
I
the
had
brothers
heard,
again?
so I kind of knew, but I didn't expect them to go so quickly back into the turtles without touching on other people yet. I thought like, oh, you got Kino likeness, you could start doing something there, or you know,
This is so cool.
Shredder.
The wolf head, the cane for his sigh.
Yeah.
That's badass. I didn't really like the Frankenstein one. I like this one for Raph much better. So you can mix them.
Totally agree, dude. Yeah, the Frankenramp one, I was just like, and his legs and knees started giving out real quick because he's too heavy.
And then the creature. They've nailed it. I am gonna get the Universal Monsters. I love the creature. And yeah, Leo being the creature, man, this just looks awesome.
It does look great.
They got it dialed in here. Then back to these guys. They showed up this morning. I know people were wanting these.
Yeah.
I know Robo's been campaigning for this Raph for like ever. But I would be interested in these turtles, the Archie turtles, without just like in their normal attire, you know, their normal gear, not
right,
gladiator wrestlered up.
Right. Yeah. Where are those? Where's the normal one?
Well, I mean, they just had the chunky Mirage brothers, so I'm imagining they want to do something a little different and not. What's going on, Eric? And not have another just set of brothers out. You know, this is very different. Very different, but they're cool. They're just not cool.
Yeah, clearly early prototypes too, because they don't have any joints.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They look like they were just 3D printed and then painted. But the black costume Raph here, that's cool. You know, just somebody can make an easy symbiote custom here. Just a little spider, you know, paint the hands. I'm for it. On to best action, or what is this? Little subjects. I like the look of these, but after seeing other people hands-on have their turtles, I'm very nervous about the elbows and the knees.
Dude, yeah. The elbows are hilarious. Even the Krang, which is like big enough. Somebody had sent me a picture in Instagram, and I was just like, oh wow, that actually looks pretty good. He had like these little building pieces that he had, like these paper construct buildings, and I was like, oh awesome, it looks like giant Krang. And then I said, how are the elbows? And he sent me a picture, and it's just like that instant cutoff. There's just it just goes into a hard.
Yeah,
so stupid.
I mean, my logic was, I was like, I can get this whole set for the cost of one of those 5K turtles. So if they're cool, they're good enough, then I could just throw them in with my Legends and my Mayfex figures. But
yeah,
no, I don't know if I trust them. I want to see them hands-on before I put out any money for them.
Yeah.
And then we're over here to Mezco. These look so much better than the original promo pictures.
Yeah, I agree.
Still don't know if I'm sold on these. I want to see them scaled next to another figure. Nobody ever wants to do that. Like stand it next to a normal figure that we know how the damn size is. But they look cool. They look cool.
Yeah, I like the belt. I didn't realize before it was like actually stitched up.
Yeah.
Just $100 each, man. It's insanity.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money. But
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna be well. Hopefully, they're gonna be badass.
Yeah, they better be. I got on the list for the Mezco Batman, and then it just got so disgusting as people were starting to get them, and all those orders were getting canceled. I just went in and like requested a cancellation on my end. I was like, I'm gonna get ahead of this. I don't want to be a part of it, and I'm just like I'm out of this line based on your Batman experience.
I really like Mezco, but how can I explain it? It looks weird. Like I want all my stuff to kind of have the same energy.
Yeah.
And when certain figures are in soft goods and then certain figures aren't, it's weird. And so like I can do like your capes and jackets in soft goods, and that's kind of it. So I've gotten out of the Mezco game now.
Yeah.
Peace Shizzle says hello.
Hello.
Can you not see the comments?
In this tiny little
box
window.
You can try to make it larger, I think. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to use this thing. the Indiana Jones, like when we saw Mezco Indiana Jones, I was like, all right, cool, that's a nice one-off. What got my mind going is in the bottom of that picture it said Lucasfilm, and I was like, did they make a deal with just like Lucasfilm across the board, or is it only for Indiana Jones? Are we gonna get Star Wars Mezco at some point? And then today we seen this guy. Like, I never thought that Mezco would be going here.
Dude,
so now
those soft goods are incredible, though.
Dude, it looks really good. You know, if you're not into indie and you're into the Dick Tracy, you got another suited random goon here you can throw in with yourself if you want.
Yeah, there you go.
And then we got, the Cairo edition of indie. I think they're gonna go deep, or is this just a cash grab?
Yeah, I don't know, but this is getting into the soft goods that I absolutely despise. Like when the edges aren't finished, so then the strings and it's just like,
continue to fray and make a long mess, and he's just dragging stuff.
Yeah, and it's just like very much says this is a piece of fabric put on here, that isn't scaling correctly. We didn't finish the edge. It looks like shit. I don't know why you would ever display that, especially around his head.
Yeah. I say I'm not doing Mezco, but if they make a dad bod Boba Fett in Mezco, I am all for it. That book of Boba Fett where he's in the black gear, that is clean. Some more. These look so much better than the original promo pictures. The Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I never saw the promo pictures. That thing though looks fantastic. It just
kind of, and a lot of Mezco just looks like a more articulated Mego figure, and that's kind of the point, I think. But these just look way nicer.
I'm really curious on how Mr. Fantastic is going to work out here.
He's just like Stretch Armstrong.
Is he just stuck like that always?
Maybe permanently stuck like that. I don't know.
Obviously swappable hands.
Maybe dude, I wonder if he's a swappable body, or if you could swap with Johnny, and then Johnny has like an all flame body.
So yeah, you definitely need that.
That would be interesting. They got you on the last day, Brian. This guy, Doom, man, that was a hard no for me. I had to try not to get this. It still looks good.
It does look good.
It looks so good, and that's right up their alley. The soft goods with the heavy armor looking stuff.
Yeah, that's always a nice combination of stuff. So, like Mythic Legions, when they do that stuff, it's just like, oh god, what a good combo.
I'm still waiting for my Cosmic Legion figure. I'm like, dude, what the hell?
Where did you order yours from?
Directly from them.
Oh, dang.
I ordered one figure and then the hand accessory pack, and I still haven't got it yet.
Oh, no.
And I only ordered it because I'm like, oh, that looks like a Destiny character. It never came.
Dang.
Spider-Man looks cool.
I do not like this cloth on this Spider-Man.
This is where I kind of get weirded out, and he looks fine, but it's like articulated Lego, and that's kind of where I'm not into him.
Yeah, the waist and the knees just look not great.
Green Goblin does look cool, but Green Goblin always looks cool.
Yeah, show me a bad Green Goblin.
Well, we can show a couple.
Is there a movie version from?
Yeah. People do love that old Toy Biz figure, but I highly disagree. The 5 POA, the Mezco 5 points. I am kind of into the 5 points figures here.
I forgot how much I love that Batmobile.
Dude, it's one of the cleanest ones. Definitely one of the best. I know Nico has a couple of these Godzilla figures, and he's a big fan of those.
Yeah.
I have this monster castle pre-ordered because it reminds me of the old Remco 5 POA castle. And I'm definitely going to get this Doc Nocturnal because that just pairs with this castle too perfectly.
Yeah, it does look good together.
I just can't help myself here. This, man, it's gonna be, I know it's going to be expensive set. It's probably going to sell out immediately. You know, animated series stuff always goes pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the limited articulation for me, that kind of stuff just doesn't do it. But these look really good.
These are just straight up set on the shelf pieces. You know,
yeah,
you don't do anything.
But like compared to like the reaction, older Kenner style stuff, like I'm just like, it doesn't work for me. Those, if they have really good box art, I could understand the appeal. Of course, the Super 7 anything is just like garbage. But these things, man, I really want to know what the box is going to look like. Is it going to be like a set? Are they going to be sold individually? Are they going to be these awesome carded figures?
You know, the 66 one, the box is like the Batcave.
Oh,
and
wow.
then for the Superman, I think the box is like the Fortress of Solitude. That opens up and it's all together. So they'll probably do something similar to that.
That'd be sweet.
Josie and the Pussycats is cool.
Yeah.
I knew they were doing the Scooby-Doo one, but I didn't expect them to do the Joe's. Or maybe we've seen this before. I don't know. But that whole run of cartoons would be really cool to have some more Hanna-Barbera in there. More of that, please, someone. I've been campaigning for Boss Fight to do the Saturday morning like superhero Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah.
Space Ghost and all that stuff. I would love to see them do it because that'd be right up their alley. Yeah, this is too cool. Too cool. I'm getting it. It'll sit on the shelf somewhere. In his little like steampunk style. Were those T-Rex? Is that what they're called? The 3-wheel, but the 2 wheels are in the front.
Oh, yeah, that's sweet. It's good sculpting stuff on the thing.
Butler. Yeah, I love it. I guess this is like a vintage style Gomez. Their main kind of cockroach guy.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this at all.
Yeah, but yeah, this is the monster set, and yeah, I had this. It was a case, and it just opened up. It was like a play set carrying case, and it was like the old Kenner 5 POA type figures, and it was all Universal monsters. It was awesome. So when I seen this, and it reminded me immediately of that, and I was like, yeah, I need to get that. But now we're back to NECA, more stuff.
Yeah, you're in my wheelhouse now.
Yeah.
So the gargoyle stuff is awesome. It's not something I'm like into really at all, but
people get so mad. They're like, all that 90s stuff you're into, you're never in gargoyles. I'm like, look, dude, I was heavy into like Turtles, Batman, Spider-Man, all that comic book stuff. And when I seen a Disney cartoon pop on, I didn't care. Okay, I'm sorry. I
watched it. I
just
like,
thought it was like Disney. I'm like, ooh, that's probably sissy, you know?
But it's totally awesome. I mean, as far as like the show, loved it. It's great. And it's dark. It's definitely
everybody tells me it's rad. I know Limited Run Games is doing a remaster of the old console game, the Sega Genesis game.
That's right. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, it needs a good remaster.
Yeah, we have done The Secret of the Ooze. We're beyond the turtles now, I believe.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
But we got dinosaurs.
Yeah, we're dinosaurs. My daughter. Well, we were hunting last weekend, and the one dinosaur, he's on the shelf, and she's like, "What is that?" I was like, "You don't know dinosaurs?" She's 12, But I thought for sure we've watched it. I always introduce them to everything from when I was younger.
We went. I forget. It's available to watch now on some streaming service. But we went back and watched the first episode, and it just maybe it changes as it goes on, because usually the first episode is most often a pilot. So it's just like there's no actual audio ever happening. It's all done ADR, so like after. And it's super weird because a lot of things that should have sound effects of touching and stuff, that it doesn't exist. It's mostly just voice audio.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it just to see, because like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I know, I didn't either. But it was like just a few months back, and I was like, "Oh, this is weird." It's like it's all dubbed or something. I mean, it is, but it feels like you're watching a different show altogether.
I know everybody was excited for this guy here.
Yeah, honestly, the food, all the food pieces there, I'm like,
accessories. That's what you want.
Yes, yeah.
No, dude, I was at Five Below, and they had every accessory pack except for the damn grill. I was like, I want the grill. I wanted the grill piece. That's the only one I wanted.
It's too hot, man. There's and what is it? It's just like a diorama group on Facebook, and every once in a while I'll just like see stuff from it, and just incredible work from people. But like some people have been taking that Five Below grill set and then repainting it, and it's like looks like it's been out in the rain and everything, dude.
Oh, they're rusting it up or putting rubber decals on it and stuff.
Oh god, so good.
Pickle jar is kind of odd. I mean, people like pickles.
That's right. Well, we got the pickled egg from Mo from The Simpsons.
That's a massive jar of pickles, though.
It is. Did I get this guy? And it's not that great. That jar of pickles looks fantastic, though.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for little accessories. I'll buy things just for that, and then I'm like, I have this whole toy that. Yeah, you know, but Dinosaurs is cool. This stuff. Have they only done the dad and the baby, right?
Yeah.
They haven't done anyone else yet?
No, last year they had these two on display as like prototypes, and the scales were like real weird because baby Sinclair was like half the size of Earl. But so they clearly refined them, and they're available for pre-order and all that. But yeah, so far these are the only two we've seen.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's like the turtle stuff, they'll go deep. They'll just have everybody showed up. You know, Dinosaurs out the ass. Syndicate, I was not expecting. I've never even heard of Syndicate before.
Same.
And then the amount of stuff that they dropped yesterday and I guess this morning is just pretty incredible.
Dude. Yes.
The people that were excited for True Romance figures, though, I didn't know that there was a market for this.
Yeah. I've never seen it, so it's all strange to me.
I didn't know. These characters look familiar, but I don't remember if I've seen this movie or not.
Yeah, but Christopher Walken looking menacing in a suit is just Christopher Walken in anything.
Yes. So that's automatically a good figure then.
Right, yeah. Universal.
You know, this guy looks like somebody from Saints Row or something. Yeah, Christopher Walken. I don't know any of this. I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I can see some likeness in some of the others, but I don't know.
Run by Next Soda Toys. Okay.
These are cool. Though,
these are
both
cool.
Of these.
I marked out hard for ghoulies.
Oh my god! If they don't come with a toilet, though, it's gonna be like,
oh, dude, I want the toilet.
Back.
I want the big giant ghoulie from the final scene.
It's got to have a little comic in there too.
Just say Ghoulies 2 though.
Yeah,
skip Ghoulies 3, they go to college. Skip Ghoulies 4 with the dominatrix, and the first one's just like demonic orgies and stuff. We can skip that one too. So,
God, it's so good. The only thing I really remember is being on TV, and I don't know which one it is. Probably the second one, but it's like the dude's taking a crap and he like kicks through the wall and finds the comic or whatever. Yeah.
The second one is, it's great. I love movies where the horror movies where the monsters are like it's little monsters, little puppets eating people. Gremlins, Puppet Master, anything like Munchies, anything like that.
Critters.
I mean, yes, Critters. I'm mad that NECA never continued the Puppet Master line because I would have been all in. And I'm like every day, I'm like, hey, how about a leprechaun figure? You know, let's get any little monsters. I'm all for.
Dude, I just this is like basically taking who was making the Van Damme recently?
Wasn't it Diamond?
Diamond Selects, that's right. And they had the bandages on his hand, and it was supposed to be blood sport, but in Kickboxer he has the thing on his hand. So it's just like, what's going on? Why did you guys do that? And I saw this, and nobody was posting the picture with the card. It was all just the figures. And I was like, well, who the heck was making this? Who is this? Who is this? And nobody was posting who the heck it was. And I saw a reflection in one of the photos this morning and saw Syndicate, and I was like, who the heck is that? And then looked it up and was like, oh my God, these are now that's a Van Damme figure.
This looks very Storm Collectibles almost.
It does. Yeah.
When I seen that, I was like, is that Storm? And then I seen Syndicate. I was like, who the hell? No, it looks great. Looks great. And 7-inch, man, if you guys are collecting any of that NECA or Storm stuff, it's going to blend right in with the rest of your stuff.
Thank goodness.
I'm in for the ghoulies. Oh, yes. I don't care. I'm so excited for that. Eric, send me that link for the more Puppet Master being teaser revealed. Hell yes. Yeah, Van Damme looks awesome.
They have an interesting texture to their bodies.
They do. I mean, it could just be like the prototype figure and they painted.
Yeah, because he's got those weird marks in his shoulders too. So
either resin and not the actual plastic. But yeah, ghoulies here. Oh, I love these so much. Please make the big gray giant one at the end. And Pumpkinhead. Ooh, man. Yes. Yeah. Again, this is a figure that I've been asking for. I love Pumpkinhead 1 and 2. 3 and 4 we can skip. The comics are really cool. There's a run in the 90s where Pumpkinhead actually gets wings and he can fly. It's pretty cool.
It's like that's making me want some fucking some graboids. Dude, some Tremors, man.
That is my #1 request. Anytime like they tweet, I'm always like graboids, you know. I want
ass blasters.
I want an ultimate graboids, and I want Toonie Terrace graboids like they did with the Jaws.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry,
oh my God. Even if it was just give me a graboid Dios like scene where it's busting through the bunker or whatever with what's her face?
Shoot the Bert and Reva shooting them.
Yeah, Reva. Just like have that there and then make the main cat.
I want the Toonie Terrace instead of him eating the fisherman. I want him eating Walter, the shop owner. You know, just popping off.
God, it's too good.
Master, dude. I love
#1 request from NECA right now for me though, as far as like a new license is I need a Johnny 5.
Dude, there's did you see the guy on Instagram?
Yeah, I've seen some crap where people are making like really good stuff, but like, you know, I'm gonna pay a pretty penny to get a custom
His pre-orders are shipping soon, and they're full-on handcrafted customs, and they look legit.
Yeah, they're real expensive though.
Yeah, I bet they are, but they look.
Yeah,
yeah, they would kill it. What they've done with RoboCop, yeah, I can see them doing that really well. And that's their niche, man. Their niche. Those like kind of goofy 80s.
Yeah,
you know those movies. But man, they're doing a 1/12 scale, a 1/6 scale, and then a quarter scale Pumpkinhead figure.
Dang.
Dude, yeah, Monster Squad. Oh my God, yeah. I would be bad because I'm just like, who the hell would buy all these Turtles figures? If they did Monster Squad, I would be mad that they didn't include every freaking random person that was like in the background of that movie. You know, I want the whole Dio with the Burger King and the church. I want it all. I want to give it all to me.
Dude, I apologize. It's a movie I never saw as a kid, and I know I need to watch it now, but obviously it's going to be really hard to watch now for the first time.
I think you'll probably enjoy it.
I hope so.
Enjoy it more. It's one I watch it regularly. It's in my rotation of movies. It's just, man, it was one of these movies. Yeah, I saw it as a kid, and I never knew why no one else liked it. Or when I talked to people, they'd never heard of this movie. And then for years, I'm like, why isn't this out on DVD? How come this isn't out? And then it finally gets out on DVD. There's a 4K remaster coming soon. Very excited for that. And my kids love it. So I'm always, like I said, I'm always introducing all the stuff that I grew up on to my kids. I actually, bad dad, I guess, I let them watch The Lost Boys this weekend. And everyone's like, it's rated R. I'm like, it's rated R, but there's really nothing terrible.
No, you just need the made for TV version. And that's what I saw.
She's like, my daughter's always asking me, how'd you watch all these movies? I said, well, so when I was younger, we had cable.
Well, I didn't have cable, but a lot of that stuff would come on. At least I don't know if it was a regional thing, but it was the Fox would have them on Saturdays. Like most of Saturday was a movie feature thing, and they had like a little theme. It was like the ones to watch, and then it was all of those movies. Like that's where most of my childhood, either that or like a few random VHS that we had copied from the store.
Was it TNT had Monster Vision before Joe Bob Briggs and all that stuff? They would just play monster movies all night. And USA, I remember UPN before it was like WGN and CW and all that. It was called UPN, and they always, like every weekend, it was just 80s and 90s horror movies, and I loved them. I grew up watching monster movies, man.
Yeah. Oh man.
Good.
Read the most recent comment that you got on the screen there, Diego.
It's cool. Look, I'm not one of those crappy Eagles fans. I got my one Super Bowl ring. I don't give a shit. I don't care anymore. You know, I thought I was going to go my whole life and never see them win a Super Bowl. That night they won, dude. If anybody was near me and needed Eagles merch, I was buying it. You know?
God. Well, what do you think about a McFarlane getting into all that crap?
He did that before when he was making all his little statues and stuff, and now he's like, hey, I'm going to make statues, and I just cut in articulation after the fact. That's my biggest beef with McFarlane figures in general. He doesn't engineer the articulation. He just throws it in after the fact, and I'm really mad with him right now because, you know what, I'll bring it up. I haven't done a review for this figure yet, but if anybody says this figure is good, they're fucking lying. Okay? He's 80% rubber. Every sculpt, every detail, it's all soft rubber, and nothing's been painted. It's really sad because I was excited as hell for Medieval Spawn, and he's just a floppy rubber. He's like a dog chew toy.
And there's nobody else that makes Spawn stuff, right?
No,
like Todd would never let that happen.
Dude, I have a dream that one day he would let Mafex make like his first appearance Spawn character or something, because they kill it with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I just think that would look awesome. I might have to track down a Venom and then contract someone to do a custom one day.
Mm-hmm.
That might be the only way I get one, but until then.
Dude, Mask of the Phantasm.
Dude, did you pre-order the 4K?
Was it Mask of the Phantasm or just Phantasm?
Yeah. The 4K just went up for pre-order of the movie.
Man.
I did. I got it. Hashtag support physical media, right?
That's right.
Dude, these look great. I say all the time, I'm a 1/12 scale collector.
Yeah, I can't do it. The 1/6 just takes up so much space.
I now own. I have Hordak. I pre-ordered the Ultimate Skeletor. I pre-ordered the Harley.
Dang.
And I was like, why? Why did I get this? Like, I don't even have a collection. Just you see that Ultimate Skeletor down here somewhere. Battle Armor Skeletor is my guy, and I'm cool. Like, I'll have Skeletor and Hordak, and I'll put them on top of the shelf and have all my other Masters of the Universe stuff underneath. Fine, done. Don't need anything else. The Harley was just out of nowhere. I just thought it looked great. She had the hyenas, and yeah, so now I have a 1/6 scale Harley on order.
That's awesome.
But Mask of the Phantasm. I love this. This looks great. I'm not getting it. No way. Nope.
The one thing in this whole display that everybody was like kind of showing off every time they go over here, there was one thing at the bottom on the bottom rack that I wanted to see, and nobody has showed
This is the
it
only
off.
thing I saved from it because everything else was kind of shown earlier, I believe, like the man bat. So I didn't.
Oh yeah, no, but there was like there's a juggernaut.
Oh, so yeah, I was talking to Atomic Fox, about that. He said it's one of the vinyl figures, so I think it'll be like that man thing figure that they did, that high art man figure.
Yeah,
man thing. That great figure, but that thing is super expensive.
oh,
Mondo is expensive. The plus side about them, you can do pay in 4 on their site. So that's this wasn't a San Diego thing, but it did pop up today. I guess it's like the Sam Elliott version of Ghost Rider.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sam Elliott.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
it looks cool. So I just want to throw it in here because there's a lot of Ghost Rider fans, and we're starving for content. We're starving for some figures here. It looks cool. The horse is cool.
Good God, they really did a good job on that. Obviously, there's some special effects here, but
I love this.
power
I say
supply.
this all the time. Every time it's like, oh, you can put batteries in it. I'm like, dude, I want just a USB cable or a plug. That way I can wire it in, and when your display, when you turn your light on, then it just comes on. You don't have to open up your cabinet or reach in the back and turn a button on.
Yeah, no, that's a good
Behind
point.
If you just have a little cable, that's the way to go. So this was like the coolest
It's got
thing
a
that I
power
saw.
bank too. It says so you can, or maybe, or is it just saying that you can? Oh no, it's saying you can just plug it into those things.
Yeah, you can just plug it in anything. Yeah, that's the best part for me. I don't know what the difference between A and B. I think the jacket. I didn't look. I should have put them together and looked. But we're gonna keep moving on here. I wanted to throw this in here. They reorganized the tiers for the Jurassic Park gates. Did you see that?
I don't care anything about it, and I care
I just
less
want
now
the
that they
green-
had to try to
I want
fix
the
it.
green T-Rex. That's all I wanted. And I'm mad now that they're putting it behind the damn Kickstarter.
Yeah,
I would have just bought the damn thing.
there's
This-
such weird choices, man.
All of this should have been for that $250 price, everything included. This, when you're breaking it down in tiers like that, and then the amount of money that the amount of backers that they need for these tiers isn't happening.
Ridiculous. No.
Wish somebody would make a 1/12 Mask of the Phantasm, but realistic, non-animated style. Good luck, because Todd has Batman in a stranglehold, so you're not getting anything else. You're getting 1/10 scale figures, and you're getting Batman and spiky skull stuff. He is going classic lately. We'll give him that. This is just the biggest fuck you I've seen in a long time.
What do you mean by releasing these after the first wave?
When they said for years that they couldn't do it, and then after everybody bitched and moaned and hated on the figures, and then they put these out. That's pretty shitty. That's really shitty. Now, are they going to do everything else, or just these two?
Fuck, who knows, man. I mean, they're in trouble when they put shit up like the Rescuers and then have to cancel it. That SpongeBob, which was a really stupid move on the SpongeBob, the skull version. It's just like,
I think they're getting a bug up their ass because everybody figured them out that they weren't making figures to order, that they were just mass producing toys and using that made to order as a way to just kind of jack up the prices, I think. Because if they were made to order, Best Buy wouldn't be having figures on the shelves.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. Yeah. None of it makes sense, honestly.
But now I feel that they're going to just start being jerks and canceling orders just across all the lines, just to kind of bring that FOMO back into the line. Because there's really not anymore. Everybody's
good luck to them, man. They keep bumping the prices up so much. It's just like, you guys were barely worth the 45 compared to your competitors.
I just think that this is a scummy move. When you told people for years that this couldn't be done, and then you're just like, oh, we know how to do it now. Ooh, that's rough. But dude, the removable arms, if anybody's had anything with vac metal, you know that this is just gonna, you're not gonna want to change arms.
I just assume that these things are never going to look this good in person when people actually get them.
I personally don't like vac metal. It never bothered me anyway. The the Motu figures that I have, like the Origins, some of them come in vac metal, some don't, and I like the ones that don't have vac metal. So yeah, that's it. And then this damn Kickstarter, this thing is massive. I can't believe they're doing a crowdfunding campaign, but I mean, I guess all their figures are kind of crowdfunding campaigns when you think about
it. Yeah.
The stretch goals, so you get the early bird, you get a 1-to-1 scale key, which that would do nothing for me. Tools, like a little workbench,
and then 2 pieces you've already gotten before.
Yeah, we've gotten these in multiple releases now, and then a translucent Lionel. Okay, I'm a sucker for translucent figures, but I don't need a translucent Lionel. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. I don't know. I have Castle Grayskull, as you can see. I want Snake Mountain, but I don't want to pay the money for Snake Mountain anymore. Yeah. And then this is bigger than Snake Mountain, so where the hell would I put that? I mean, Mumra's a big boy.
You're going to use it as like a support, like a supporting wall in the house.
Either that or like the head to your bed, like a headboard to your bed or something.
Yeah, it's absolutely huge. Extreme.
It's huge. I give them props, and I hope that they're this aggressive for G.I. Joe. While I don't get their G.I. Joe line, I probably would be down for a playset because I could use it for my Hasbro Joes. Like, come on, make a Terradrome. Go ahead, I dare you. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep moving on. These, I don't know. I have no idea what's the deal with the clear lineup. I don't remember, and I just watched that not long ago, so I don't know if there's like one scene that I maybe like blinked my eye and didn't catch where he was glowing. These look cooler. So when they first announced these, they were almost on the same exact articulation as the original figures. I wasn't really impressed with that.
No, they looked like, to me, the renders look like their reaction style. Just basic things. And I was like, oh, that's no good. But no, these actually look good. They look legit.
These look cool. These look cool. I believe I have pre-ordered them now on Big Bad. I put my order back in. When they were first announced and I didn't see any pictures, I was like, yeah, I'm getting them. And then I saw them, I was like, nope. But now I'm getting them again.
Heck yeah.
They look great. They look great. I didn't throw in those not Street Sharks, but I'll talk about those another time. I'm not. Those things. That I think it's $380 for the 3-pack though. That's a lot of money.
That is ridiculous.
Not Street Sharks. I hope these bikes aren't that expensive because the figures aren't. I think what are they, $30 for the figure? I don't even know if they're that. Yo, so man, I like that Force Ghost Jaga. That's the only Jaga I would probably buy, and I just didn't want to pre-order it. I'm hoping one day it shows up at EE for like $20 and then I can get it.
Probably.
Nico. Bike here. Mega Man. Have you got any of the new Jada figures? Are you interested in them?
So I've got I got my Ryu.
Mine's on the way. He's been sitting in my pile of loot forever, and I finally shipped that.
It's fantastic for the price you cannot beat. Man, these guys are really coming in hot with stuff, and I did not expect them to come to San Diego and have as many Street Fighter figures on display as they
I have a few of the Universal monsters, and when I got Invisible Man and the poses you can get with the Invisible Man with that robe that he wears. And then when I saw the Street Fighter figures announced and they said that they're going to be using the same type of material for a lot of their clothes, I was like, oh, it's on. These figures are going to be badass. You know, people are going to lose their minds. So I was automatically in at that level. And now everybody's like getting them and they're like, oh, these are great. And I was like, yeah, I told you.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with what they're doing at the price points.
Yeah, Chun-Li looks awesome. Yeah, dude, and then so I guess they're real friendly with Capcom. I'm hoping that we can get more Capcom. I would love to see Darkstalkers. I would love to see Saturday Night Slam Masters. I don't think anybody else would love to see that, but I will hold a flame. I will hold a candle for them. Jay's getting my Marvel Legends money. Yeah, they're good. They're good stuff.
You get more. You get a lot more value for your money compared to Hasbro.
Accessories, talking about buying things for accessories. I bought the next level black and white Frankenstein on their website because he came with the weird Frankenstein scientist table and the straps and the blanket. I bought that for my Dr. Mindbender.
Nice.
52 toys as Captain Commando. I just want the NECA D&D. I know NECA's making you your own action figures, so that's congratulations on you. Now I'm gonna get somebody to make somebody of me. See, there we go. We got 2 people wanting Slam Masters now. Now we're on. Now it could be a thing. There's 2. These look great. I pre-ordered just the regular Mega Man.
Yeah.
I don't really I've played the games. I don't really know much of the world outside of that. There's a couple guys that I remember that looked cool. When they pop up, I'll probably grab them, but I'm not going to be all in on this line.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. None of the villains are really that meaningful to me, but just a standard classic Mega Man, or if they get into a Mega Man X or 10 or whatever, with all the armor and everything.
Yeah. I want the dog, and I want him to be able to ride on
it. Dude, I'm really impressed with what they're doing. But if they end up doing the US Mega Man box art cover of the really awful painting of just a dude in a blue suit,
yeah, I feel like they're gonna go deep in this line, which is what they're putting out right now, which is great.
It's pretty endless how many characters they could add from just on screen characters, whatever, just the throwaway enemies.
Yeah. The tree guy is cool. I have no idea what he is, but he's cool.
Yeah, a helmetless Mega Man is interesting. That seems more like cartoon, like Bryant said.
Yeah, I guess they're just gonna each wave they're gonna try to have a different version of Mega Man in
it. Guy's face. Yeah, Ken's an easy one. You just copy paste Ryu, right, and then just change the head. But God, you have to have him if you're gonna have.
People are losing their mind for DJ though. This is the first time he's been in action figure form.
Seriously?
I believe. Yeah, he was.
Storm Collectibles didn't even do it.
Storm hasn't done it. He was on the block for the soda line, and then they canceled it. So they showed a prototype of him back in the day, and then they canceled that line.
Well, Storm Collectibles they're out of business after this. These guys are just crushing it with $25.
Storm figures. I got in a weird I was you know what? I'm cleaning house. I want everything the same scale. And while Storm is great,
they're huge.
Storm is big. Storm is really big. And then I was for long term, I'm trying to justify this. I'm long term, these are rubber. I'm wondering if I have to put lotion on these guys so they don't dry out.
Yeah.
So that's me just trying to justify parting with these figures.
It's a good choice, man. They make I did a live the other day and did Kintaro and Goro, and I was okay, these are actually really good. I like them. They're just super expensive, which is outrageous to pay that for those things.
Yeah, but so here's the deal. Ken is my favorite Street Fighter character. I got the Storm because Street Fighter V Ken, with the little ponytail and his gi tied around his waist, I think that's his best look he's ever had. I'm hoping that one day they continue outside of Street Fighter 2 and do the other Street Fighter games, because 3 has some really wild characters, and then 5 has some really great designs that I would love to see.
Yeah, I think they're going to do this. Is going to go way too well for them.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a huge hit.
Yeah, and then if they could blend the world,
come on, Leo.
I'm sure they can't, but if for some reason they could do Capcom versus Marvel,
I mean, they scale really well with Legends or
right? But I
Mayfex.
mean, I want these guys to do it. I don't want Hasbro to do it. Is
Hasbro's
my
got a
point.
chokehold on that one.
I
That's not getting
know,
away.
I know. But like a Cyclops from that game versus like, that all of those characters are just like these beefy, just
Yeah.
ripped.
Yeah, my Mayfex Cyclops works pretty well for Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm cool with that there. I can't wait for this guy. He's going to be hanging from my damn dragonfly. Okay, he's going to be rappelling down from the dragonfly because Street Fighter was in GI Joe back in the day. Come on now.
Too perfect, man.
Like Dalcium. Okay, Street Fighter 2. This is so iconic, but I love his Street Fighter 5 design where he has the beard. It just looks cool.
Yeah.
Just that little extra detail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting this, but if that comes around, yeah. Absolutely.
How they treat the extending arms and stuff will really make or break this guy, though.
Yeah. So I think they mentioned before that this one's going to come with certain accessories and certain like move parts, but then they're going to do like a player 2 variant that's going to come with other parts. So then you can kind of mix and match and make your ultimate version.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And it's a nice way to keep the affordable, probably.
Yeah. And that, so like if you always played the player 2 variant or you picked a different color, then you'll be able to have that character. Because I know some people love Guile in the blue.
Yeah. Right. The Van Damme colors.
Yeah. Look, here we go. Blue Guile for my dragonfly. There you go. Dude, I'm so into these. I'm very excited.
Now, the only thing is with Cammy, it's the same thing that happens with Hasbro, and I don't know what the alternative route is, but when you have like a waist piece like that, and then you just have to paint the flesh tones, it's like it just looks weird.
They could have thrown sculpt in there, but doing this, it allows reuse. I understand that's probably why they've done it. My biggest, like, she looks fine. I think her face, like, out of all the characters on display, her face is a little off. But we're talking.
And it's early prototypes.
$30 figures. I'm not gonna complain about it.
Yeah.
Now we're getting this. I was like, oh shit! Like Motu Origins. I get some. My son, he picks. He's like, oh, I like this guy, and I get him for him, and he plays it. We have a good time. Now they're doing the filmation, dude. They're coming out my wallet here now. I had no interest in this line other than to pick him up some figures to play with. Like when I see Filmation Skeletor, I'm like, yeah, that's my dude. I got to get that. These look cool. Now, they said that going forward into this year, they're going to be focused more on the Filmation. They're going to work into other characters from the toy line, but they're going to be focusing more on the cartoon aesthetic.
Well, that's good.
To deter people from collecting or not. But I think doing that, it allows them to kind of get some more of those main characters back out into the line, so you have that mix. Because you always have to have the heavy hitters out there.
Yeah, because you constantly have new collectors.
What scale are these? The Motu Origins, they're like 5.5, something like that. 5.5. They're the same size as the original toys. They just have more articulation, which is what we all wish Playmates would do with their Ninja Turtle line. But, hey.
They did it with the last Ronin. I don't understand.
Yes. That last Ronin figure, do that with everything. And you have a winner.
Yeah.
You have a winner. Everybody's asking for it. Just freaking do it.
Now, I really don't know anything about this stuff. But when I was a kid, I had that horse, but it was like bronze colored. With like no articulation or anything. I loved that thing.
The bronze one is Stridor. That's the good guy one. This is the bad guy one, I guess. I didn't even know this existed. I just picked the original one up at a toy show for $3 for Noah, and he's playing with it with his newer figures.
Nice.
There was so much stuff. I didn't have it all, and I was kind of poor when I was little, so I didn't get everything. But man, this Trapjaw and this Skeletor, this is just beautiful for me. I don't know. I'm geeking out over it. Geeking out a little bit. Night Stalker, that's the name. Thank you. Yeah, everybody's answering Stridor, Fisto's horse, and then Night Stalker. And then they announced some more new Eternia. They're getting some new packaging. Got that red breakthrough. I guess that looks more like the old stuff. I was actually in the market for the Masterverse Battle Armor He-Man, the one with the beard and then the shield that stuck to his arm. I never found one, and I didn't want to pay the more expensive price to buy it online.
Yeah.
Seeing this now, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need I don't need that. They just released a better one. He looks amazing. And the stuff that they've shown, I'm just gonna skip through. Stuff that they've shown, let me skip it real quick. I'll get a picture of all of it here.
I mean, never being able to make a Dolph Lundgren is just like, why are we here?
Dude, that's wild. But like they've showed all this new stuff. Now that actually has put me in a good place that these figures have gotten so much better and so much nicer.
Yeah.
I can stop trying to hunt classics. I feel like I can officially retire and stop spending lots of money on figures that aren't great, but look nice. And that makes me happy. We'll go back up here, but this looks good. Like they can't do a Dolph Lundgren, but they did her. She looks awesome.
People just don't want to give up their likeness for whatever reasons. It's like, Vanilla Ice, man. It's just whatever the problem is. Just want that money for, which understandably, weird. I mean, but just can't come to terms on it.
I find it's hard for me to understand that, because if someone's like, hey, I want to make an action figure of you, I would be the biggest mark. I would be like, yes. What do you need? Let's do it. Like that's like the childhood dream, right? And
it is, but when you're at this, you're a public figure at that point, and then it's like, oh, I want to use your face to make money. Okay, well that's fine, but I have to make a percentage off of that because you're gonna sell because of me. Like if anybody made a toy of either of us, they're not gonna sell any of them. You know what I mean? Like our faces aren't good enough to sell the toys because it looks like us. So yeah, like the company will make a ton of money because
I think it depends on our accessories, really.
That's right. Yeah, what is it, Hasbro? Yeah, you can't. No, thank you.
I would have to come with a pet. Like all good GI Joes, they come with a pet. This comic book Man in Arms just looks so cool. And I just bought this stupid Masterverse one that was on sale at Target. And I tried to put some of his gear on the original Masterverse one. It doesn't fit all that well. It looks kind of weird. So it didn't work out. That was $16 wasted. But this, yeah, I guess I'm going to buy another Man in Arms. Nico says my toy comes with the toy size armadillo figure. There you go. Mustache, another guy, dude. They're hitting hard with all these mustached characters here. NECA dropped the knight, the D&D knight that had that big handlebar mustache. He is great for $16. He's just not, what I wanted. Who the hell's texting me in the middle of this? I'm busy. All right. Yeah, the box art looks cool. I love all these boxes have done awesome box art. The stuff on the back, I know when I got Noah that Masters of the Universe, the Castle Grayskull, I just wanted to cut that back art and just frame it. I just thought it was beautiful.
So good.
Dude, this Elephant Man snout sprout, that's everyone, the Foosh guy said this is all segmented too, so all this will move.
Wow.
Which is ridiculous. And then his neck is all segmented as well. That's cool. I don't know how deep I'm going to go. Normally with He-Man, it's like I need He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Teela, and then like Skeletor and like his bad guys, and then Hordak, and I'm cool. So all these other guys I may or may not get, depending on how cool I think they end up looking, or if they ever go on sale. Then yeah, freaking, I can't remember this now. Who is it? Who's Sentinel? Sentinel revealed their Spider-Man Noir from Into the Spider-Verse this weekend. That's pretty cool. I know my Legends came with 2 left legs, so I wasn't able to get that repair.
Oh no!
Yeah, the Target exclusive.
God.
And then they're like, "Well, you can return it," and I was like, "Oh, dude, really?"
It's just gone forever, though. If I return
it. Right, exactly. I won't get it. He looks cool.
It does. Yeah, nicely done. I pre-ordered their Miles Morales from the first movie months ago, many months ago, and then all these other. It was an Entertainment Earth thing, you know how it is.
Mhm.
And everybody's getting theirs from everywhere else. I think some people maybe even got theirs from Entertainment Earth, and I was just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go in and cancel it because I emailed them and they're like, just got some generic response about like stuff just whenever it ships, kind of we just haven't received, and I was just like, whatever, I'm over it. So it's like the new movie's out, all these new versions are out, and I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna
That's
pay the full price for that. I'm
when
done.
I saw the Mayfax bring Gwen back.
Yeah,
When the movie came out, and I was like, well, I don't want that Gwen now. I want the Gwen with Chucks now. You know?
yeah, yeah. Just
I
it's
want
a subtle difference, but it does look cooler.
yeah. Like I like the first movie. Like I would probably still get Miles if I got him because I like his look in the first movie compared to the second movie. But Gwen is so much cooler looking in the second one now.
Yeah. And I have the 5K toys I ordered in anticipation. I got the soft goods
Yeah.
for him. So now they're just sitting here.
Yeah, he doesn't come with the Rubik's Cube, and it doesn't look. Does he come with a gun? There's just no gun in the holster. He comes with a trigger finger. Is this no Marvel guns, guys? Again? Damn it! Yeah, it doesn't look like he has a gun there. But I mean,
Weird.
I have a million toy guns I can give somebody. That looks cool together. That does. Look, I wish. I think this should be bigger.
Yeah, and the fact she's just a statue is a bummer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of biased towards Mayfix too. I don't really want to start another brand line to buy more figures.
Like no, but they work well together.
No, absolutely they work well. I'm trying to just convince myself to not buy more stuff.
Oh, I see.
Todd,
you don't need to complete the group. You need to complete the brand.
So Todd teased this today. Like we don't know who these are. I mean, there's nipples right here. Come on.
God, love me some bat nipples. Dude, so obviously, yeah, one would be Val Kilmer and the other would be what's his dumb face.
Yeah, Clooney.
Right? Probably not though. Probably not gonna look anything like George Clooney.
He couldn't make this like a 7-pack and throw Adam West in here, you know? Why not? Why not?
It'd be awesome. It just doesn't, have that black aesthetic.
This guy's like silver over here.
True. It reminds me of how much I did enjoy him as Batman, by the way. I'm a Batfleck fan. I hated him when the first Justice League came out. Like I liked him as Bruce and Batman in Batman v Superman, but then the first version of Justice League came out and I was like, "Oh no, I hate Batman. This isn't working." And then the proper Justice League came out, and even though it's fine as a movie goes, it made me like Batman again.
I feel like everyone in one way or another has their own strengths and weaknesses as Batman.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that one true Batman except for the animated series. Batfleck can go to hell. I don't care what anybody says. Flame me all you want, people. Okay? Boo this. We're gonna move on.
Is this a set or is this just saying,
"Hey"? This is a set. This was on a leaked list, a bat set of all the guys, and it's basically just re-releases of all of these figures with these two now included. So is this? I'm wondering if this is going to be any different than the one that comes with the '89 Batmobile that was on Amazon.
That's a great question because they added that one with the Batmobile and he has neck articulation. I'm like, why? Why does he have neck articulation?
You know what's
like
funny?
Couldn't.
Todd, of all people, adding in articulation.
Yeah, right.
Todd giving articulation to characters that don't need articulation.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
But boo, Leo, boo. You hate me all you want. I'm right. But so then this was the Hasbro breakfast panel this morning, I guess. Some guys, some fancy people got to go to have breakfast with the Hasbro crew and see some toys. And hey, maybe one day, right?
Yeah, I'll be like, no.
I have no idea who Detroit Steel is. I really don't.
It's like Iron Patriot.
It
When in
looks like a repaint of the MCU Ironmonger, but yeah, with some new gear on it. This is probably all new. I don't know. I'm speaking out my ass right now. I have no idea who this is though. This is one of
probably
those.
$50, right? 50 ish.
This figure, yeah, he'll probably be in that $50 range, as big as it is.
Yeah, because Blob was 55.
Yeah. Then they did this little teased a Hydra female.
Yeah.
That's
Good
cool.
idea. Good setup.
I wonder if they're going to, sell out of their army builders on their site and then never restock them like they've done with Hydra and the Skrulls or the Stormtroopers. There's no reason to not have a plethora of army builders available on your direct-to-consumer website. That's just my opinion, though.
God, everything they do just makes me mad, dude.
I love this Deadpool. I need this set.
If you want to return, have you ever tried to return something to Hasbro?
Yeah, I've returned.
It's real stupid. Email us, then we'll eventually get back to you. Then we'll give you this like return authorization thing where you have to pay for the return shipping, include this information, make sure you let us know the tracking number, and then once we receive it and process it, we'll refund you. It's like, oh my God, this is 1998.
Last year, the set went up that Sunday night and the Monday morning, the PulseCon exclusives. But no, I returned a Stan Lee because his glasses were like split and ripped off his face. And I didn't have a problem. I had to send them a picture of the box, the packaging when I emailed them, and then the next day I had a label and I just boxed it up and shipped it out.
Well, I assume because it was an error, a mistake on their part. I just didn't want this fucking Star Wars figure anymore.
Yeah,
maybe. Dude, so like, I ordered the Bastilla Sean or whatever the hell her name is, like last year, and this was like before my hatred of Hasbro has grown tenfold since then. But I was like, okay, well, people are starting to get it. I should be getting it soon. I go online. I can't cancel. I haven't gotten any information. Okay, let me just email them, see if I can cancel. They take several days to reply. Then they say, oh, looks like it's already shipped out. Here's your tracking number. And then it arrives in my at my address. And then I get a notification saying, hooray, your inbox is about to get fuller or whatever the heck their email is. And I'm like, wow, okay, this is a joke. But yeah, I just didn't want it anymore. So I tried to, they're like, yeah, you got to pay for that shit. And we're going to make it real hard to do.
I wondered, are you a premium member?
Yeah, I was. I mean, I'm still within that window of having it.
I'm just going to make a joke for Miz. To say maybe that's why they treat you badly because you're not premium. But
no,
I don't know. I've only had the one issue, but I'm constantly watching everything. So if I decide to change my mind, which I do often, I'll cancel it like way in advance.
Yeah.
But I think it's more Hydra's cool. I think it's weird to make a Hydra female trooper though. It's an easy use of the shield body. So yeah, it's a no-brainer, but it's a little weird for me anyway. Then they teased these. Well, I saw these pop up. I guess they didn't tease them. They showed them to everybody, and I'm guessing it's the VHS figures. These are just going to be the VHS figures without cell shading on them, which I'm for.
Yeah. I'm very curious about that. I mean, there's definitely some differences because Storm has the different haircut and stuff, and then they did end up showing off Bishop, but not during this whole thing for whatever reason. So the image of Bishop is out there, but yeah, they seem just different enough because it's for the new, the return of the cartoon. So I'm like,
if these just fit in with my Spider-Man VHS, I'm cool. I'm happy.
Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at, legends wise.
She's got 2 extra hands, but no special effects. Maybe
doesn't even have the special effects hands, the little lightning hands that she normally comes with.
Yeah. So the choices. this is the kind of stuff that really irritates me.
That weird Spider-Man wave that they decide to put on retro cards and then give nobody anything.
Yeah, they know that they can get away with it, and it makes me so mad. It's like just put their okay, then there you go. He's got what he's supposed
I'm
to
getting
have.
it.
If
Like,
you
I'm
ever made a
hoping.
Gambit without that stuff, people would lose their mind, and that looks like it's just a
I was talking to Bryant. We're hoping that these are pinless legs. These are new legs, and
yeah,
then I mean, then that's an easy upgrade.
yeah.
It's an easy
It looks
upgrade.
like the same special effects that came with the retro card, though.
This is definitely, yeah, everything he's had before. There's nothing new here. It just, I mean, it's probably just a new head and different colors. I'm hoping we have some pinless legs here.
Yeah,
That would make it much better. But I mean, even that, I'm a sucker for these retro cards, though. Like, even though that's not really retro, but I'm a sucker for these.
so I got mine, the retro card back. Yeah, I think that that the texture on his jacket is going to look a lot nicer too. It looks smooth in that,
Yes. Yep.
which is nice. Definitely more cartoon. And of
Which,
course, this was retro card back, but that really was the thing I wanted when I was
more
buying these
red
VHS
hair.
packs.
Yeah. So I took the retro card, and then I have, what is it, the Juggernaut one, the original one. I forget which wave that was. Maybe, I don't know. But I took the hair off the retro card one, and then the brighter silver colored boots, and put them on to the older version, and that's kind of how my Gambit until I got Mafex, and now all
Yeah,
the legends
now you get the ideal
kind
one.
of like go to hell. But I want the animated one because that is, my X-Men mind's eye is that cartoon.
Oh, for sure.
And then we got Rogue. This looks like the same figure, but she's gonna have the green jacket like she does in the cartoon.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna have all new face with the printing tech, so that'll be better.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Other than that, man, Magneto doesn't look any different, except for maybe the red hands instead of purple hands. It looks like he doesn't have the red or purple gauntlets and gloves. And that's what it looks like on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have anything else other than that. Oh yeah, here we go. Nico sent me this. For those wondering, the Lightning Collection is now on pause. The production, we knew the production was shut down in New Zealand, discontinued. It will continue to produce Power Rangers for the fans, kids, including the Lightning Collection. Hope this helps. So that kind of sucks. I'm getting the idea that in 2010, 2012, when the movies bombed for G.I. Joe, Hasbro basically pulled the plug on G.I. Joe at that time. And they had that Retaliation line, the Pursuit of Cobra line, and the 50th anniversary. Those figures were really hot at that time. And they just pulled the plug and killed the line dead because they had no movies or TV shows. And I'm guessing that's what they're going to do with Rangers. They're going to say that they're putting it on pause. But we all know anytime Hasbro puts something on pause, they kill it.
So stupid.
It just blows my mind that they have no problem selling Indiana Jones or Star Wars or Marvel. But when they own a line,
Right.
they can't sell their own property. They didn't know what to do with G.I. Joe at first. And then G.I. Joe was just selling because people were so starving for G.I. Joe. And now it's like blown up in their face, and they're like, "Holy shit, let's make G.I. Joe everything." But this kind of sucks because they teased. I guess 2 weeks ago we saw a box set of the Omega Rangers that was leaked, and I don't even know if that's going to be like happening now. And I'm a fan of the comics, and anytime they made those comics figures, man, I was pre-order them day one. They're great. I hope they can continue this line, but I don't see it happening. Bummer. Here's some Super 7 for you.
No, it'll put me to sleep.
This is cool, though. This is at the beginning of the cartoon, the thing that flies overhead. That's cool.
That's what they're good at, though. That's the stuff they're good
big
at.
Accessories. Now,
Yeah.
I can see, if this ever gets made, I see like the O-Ring, the original collectors buying this to put this in with their vehicles and their play sets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we got some Joes, some G.I. Joes, some Tiger Force Flint. I lied. I have a couple reaction figures. I have the four brothers, the four turtles, and Shredder. Where the hell I get? Oh, that is it End Zone or that Next Up stupid app that Hasbro tried to get us to buy shit off of before. But anyway, there was a glitch, and I bought all of them for like $20.
Nice.
So I have those, and then I got Slash for like $7 on clearance somewhere.
Nice.
No, yes, you will, Adrian. You will totally buy all the G.I. Joe play sets. Force 2, I really thought that they were going to take this opportunity and rework Flint here
Mm.
because he's a little bulky, a little thick, and kind of remove the futuristic armor that they had on like they've done with other characters. And they didn't do it yet. He's got paint on there. Now you can't see him. He's camouflaged. That's what they did to his face. He's camouflaged with his bright orange tiger print shirt. My goal is to somehow make a Tiger King figure out all these Tiger Force figures. I'm a '90s guys, and all the GI Joe stuff, all the Neon and Ninja Force, and all that crazy stuff that was out. I'm for. I never had Tiger Force, and I really don't get it. That sounds so weird coming from me, but because I'm like, yeah, neon pink ninjas, cool. Guys in tiger print, oh, not that cool. Let's go. This annoyed the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. Python Patrol Ninja, cool. They used that crappy movie female ninja body.
Yeah,
it's just a complete garbage figure.
Yeah, it's identical. I've seen it so many times on clearance, and it's like, oh, she just has like a couple crappy swords in here. It's like it wasn't even good for accessories.
No, and that's why I don't have it, because I couldn't even use it for fodder or anything.
Yeah,
this Chuckles looks cool.
What's crazy too is like, God, there's so many times where like the box art looks so freaking good, and that one, the box art looks good, and then you look over at the face and you're like, what did they do to you? I'm so sorry. This looks good. Why can't I have the box art figure?
No, this would be cool. Then they showed, they showed the his tank at that breakfast, I guess. And waiting on mine. I can't wait to get it. It looks rad. It looks rad as hell. It's gonna be huge though. I honestly don't know where I'm gonna put this. And then the Dragonfly. Buying all these big things that I don't have room for. You don't buy any of the big stuff? You don't back any of these? Just figures?
Well, I have the turtle fan that I got from Bongsies. So that'll be my big machine that will take up too much space. But I won't back anything for Hasbro now. I definitely won't back anything from Super 7. So yeah,
if they do a Technodrome, are you gonna get one for your turtles?
Probably not. I mean, it's just regardless of who does it, that's just like
it's too big.
It's just too big, yeah. Even if they try to do it playset style, so it's just like, half sized, there's just no way.
It's like a dio. They could do a dio, like the city building, but just have it be like one, and then like 4 dios be like a part of the Technodrome.
Yeah, I think they could definitely make some setup, some options like that. But yeah, I mean, I guess last year they had their little like inside the Technodrome for their dio to show off some of the figures. NECA did. So I don't know if that's like, oh, that's just for display at a convention, or maybe one day they'll actually sculpt that stuff out with all the rooms.
Waiting on the sewer dios, right? They didn't put any of them out yet.
Yeah, still nothing. Does it look like that thing's just covered in dust around that gun?
It looks a little dusty right here.
Yeah.
Looks a little dusty. They
Come on,
had it sitting on a shelf forever. I'm stoked as hell for this though. This thing looks great. His tank is one of those. I was always like, man, I can't get these vehicles. Man, I backed both, but I always say I can't get them. And if I get one though, it has to be the his tank, because that's like one of the most iconic vehicles. Like that's like having Battle Cat. For Cobra, you have the his tank.
Yeah,
it made sense. It was a no-brainer to get. And now I'm like, damn, can I get more of these, please?
Yeah, freaking light on it. It all lights up, the inside and everything.
Yeah, but that's why I love Cobra. They're just so extra. They're their own worst enemy.
That's essentially the Cobra light in the front of it is essentially what people put inside their doors when they open your car door, and it's like, oh, there's a Toyota emblem on the ground now. It's like,
Yo,
why?
that stupid ass. It looks great though. And then they revealed this morning. It's a little strike force that's to be paired with the his tank. So you'll have an officer, a trooper, and then a range viper in the matching colors of the guys that will pilot the vehicle. The box is cool. The boxes have been looking really nice. I just throw them away. But they've been doing, it'll be number 110. Yes, my love. It's on you, Adrian. You could have backed it, man. There will be, when people start getting them in hand, you'll see them pop up, just like the damn Sentinels and Galactus was everywhere. That's all I got, man. Got anything else you want to talk about, or anything else you remember seeing? That's all I got is Joe's now.
There's just too much, man. There's so many, like, with the NECA displays just alone, there's so many hidden things, which really just makes me spend more time on it because of that. So, like, there's just, like, hiding behind the windows inside things. It's just...
there was so many at the last... I guess it was either Comic-Con last year or Toy Fair when they had that big dial and they had all those characters in the hidden, like they had like a tuned version of the last Ronin in the window.
Yeah,
and we haven't seen any of those characters yet. Not out or anything. So there was a lot of it's like, how much are they going? How much longer is this going to take? Where are they going with it? Because they keep teasing more and more shit and throwing little things in there, and then.
Yeah, and bringing in all these like what if things, like the jumpsuit April for the movie. I'm over here just still wanting the damn old lady with the shopping cart and the machine gun in it from episode 1. Like, I can finally hang my hat on the line if they make her.
That's I don't know. Part of me is like, you know what? If I bought the movie figures, I'd get the jumpsuit April, because that's kind of like everything, you know. That's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's like their way of trying to bring the model from the arcade game to real life without having the likeness of the model. You know, it's like this. It really interesting.
Well, nobody knows who that is, right? Is that one of those urban legends? They don't know who the original model is.
I don't know. There's one on the Aliens arcade game too, the side scroller arcade game. There's some blonde pretending to be Ripley, and just like, you know, oversized breasts and just like overly sexualized kind of arcade cover.
Those were the times though, man.
And then she's got some like little girl that's supposed to be Newt with her that doesn't look anything like her. So it's like you guys didn't even try to match the hair colors. Like, what is going on? This is ridiculous. You got some shadow of something that's supposed to be a xenomorph, but it's just some cheap costume. It's like, how did this all get made and nobody had the access to the right bits and pieces?
They had rights to the IP, not the likeness rights. You know, things were different then. Like now,
you can just like get somebody with brown hair.
Yeah. But I mean, nowadays when people sign on for those movies, they basically sign their life away and they're in for everything.
Yeah, like going to Universal and there's get on a ride now. All the Harry Potter characters are here to act this whole scene out.
My daughter's been begging to go to Universal to do all the Harry Potter stuff.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, we haven't.
It's great. It's fantastic, honestly.
I was there like when it first went up, but like I was never like into the Harry Potter. Like, so we kind of went through it, and that was it. It was just like another thing to do. But man, she's read all the books, and she's like, "Oh, we can do this and do that and do this."
She will be blown away. Yeah, it's so cool. Diagon Alley. They have like. I mean, just the shape of it and the dragon and all that stuff and all the foods and everything. But then you're like walking through the alleyway stuff, and on the side of the building will be a newspaper. But then they've integrated a screen, so there's like the animations, like in the movie for for like the headshots and stuff in the newspaper. And it's done so well. And they'll be on the ground. You'll be like walking on them. It's so cool. And the train ride is great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're gonna go at some point. Are you talking about this picture here? So that is the Iron Grenadiers. Destro, when he kind of splits off and he starts his own faction, his own team. I firmly believe that Hasbro is teasing that we're going to be getting 6-inch versions of some of these characters. Now, some of these have been confirmed. Like obviously, we have an Outback already. Noghide's been confirmed. Tunnel Rat, we've seen he's up for pre-order. I think they teased V2 Storm Shadow once before. Chuckles is obviously this SDCC. They had this V3 Sarge and Jinx up on a shelf once before. I think they've teased this a few times. I think we're going to see these characters in classified sooner than later. I would really dig to see that Armored Cobra Commander. That would be fun. I'm kind of bent out of shape that we can't have our hooded version of Cobra Commander anymore because that was always my ideal version of Cobra Commander, but, you know, things, so... Just want my Range Viper. Yeah, I would like mine too. I've seen all the UK people getting their Range Vipers and Big Ben figures, and I always get so jealous when overseas people get G.I. Joes first. the last two American heroes, you know. Sensitive ass people. Well, yeah, we can say sensitive. I don't know. I don't really see the similarities, but that's me. Walmart. Yeah, Walmart is the worst. I don't see, man. God. I hate seeing a Walmart exclusive because they're just exclusive to online scalpers because they're never in my stores, man. Do you have that fun, the pleasure? Are your stores usually well stocked or no?
No, not at all. Targets are often still an issue in this area, but tend to find success when I'm hunting for whatever it is, even if it's a timed event. But none of the Walmarts around me have just like the Mutant Mayhem, for example, like a big release, huge end cap or aisle piece. No, I had to go like way out of the area to have success with that. That's so stupid.
I was lucky and I was able to do the store pickup for a Target and get them.
Yeah.
But I haven't even seen them in the Target since then. You know, a couple random rafts on the motorcycles, and that's it. I haven't seen really any of the other figures. I know Walmart has the 4-pack of mutants. I guess we could say the bad guys, or not Walmart, Amazon. I'll probably order them closer to when the movie comes out or for Christmas time for them. And then they did reveal the other 4 mutants recently too, right? Playmates did Genghis Frog and Ray Fillet and all that stuff.
I think so. I haven't paid attention at all to the.
Yeah, it's one of those like it's not for me, so I'm not actively following it. I'll just get him when I see him, or if they go up for order, somebody's like, "Hey, they're up for order," and I'll grab them. But
are you talking about the retro stuff or the Mutant Mayhem?
No, the new Mutant Mayhem.
Oh,
stuff. Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, I didn't. That stuff I've been paying attention to, but I don't know anything about the next wave of stuff.
Yeah, I think it's there was a video on Instagram I seen. It's Genghis Frog, Ray Fillet. I think it's like the other 4 mutants from the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, there's still a lot, I think, left.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw there was like whatever there was a photo from wherever of them on display. And it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I know you guys are going to make those. But yeah, as far as when they're coming or if they're coming or like what all that was, I just haven't seen anything. But I did a live today and I got all these. Got all these the bag clips.
Oh, okay.
My girlfriend likes to guess what they are.
Yeah.
So she got 4 out of 5 of them right on the money, man. She nailed it.
Every time we go to like Second and Charles, there's always like the blind Stitch bags that are basically the same thing. And my wife's always grabbing those. We have so many of the wrap Stitch. You know, he's got like the old school like bucket hat and like the Adidas track jacket on, and I'm like, will you feel that bag a little bit? Maybe get a different one.
Yeah, it's time to call it quits on those.
Yeah.
Is the Second of Charles it's like a discount store or something, right?
they took over like all the old Borders books, and it's not. I guess it's a discount. Like they'll have like used movies and stuff like that. Retro video games will be in there, but then there's new stuff in there all the time too. So it's kind of like a mix of new and used.
Interesting.
I guess we could say it's a discount store. I found some of the animated series figures from DC Direct in there one day.
Nice.
The Batman animated series.
Yeah.
Figures. I got, who did I pick up? I picked up the Joker, of course, because I always get the Joker. And then they had Red Hood, they had Robin, and they had somebody else. And I was like, oh, these are cool. Maybe I'll come back and get them. And then like 2 days later, when I drove by coming home from work, they were all gone. I was like, well, should have slept on that one.
Yeah. Man, I've recently become obsessed with the TMNT versus Batman, or Batman versus TMT.
Yes.
They had all those things. Apparently, they were like super clearanced at GameStops.
GameStop,
like way before I was doing any of this, I guess. And yeah, so now I'm like paying more or
damn
paying
GameStop
retail or more.
Always gets like really good clearances that I'm never able to obtain. I remember when Shao Kahn was like $20. The Storm Collectible Shao Kahn was $20 on clearance at GameStop, and he's crazy expensive now.
Doesn't even make sense.
And I'm like, so it was way back before. Like I always blame it before they updated the app, because I used to be able to move stuff from one store to the other via the app.
Right.
And I used to load up on Legends. I bought all the 12-inch Legends Deadpool for like $5 each. You could double stack all your I mean, GameStop was obviously losing money back then.
Yeah.
But now they updated the app and you can't really order and do shit with them anymore.
Lame.
Yeah. Yeah, the Second and Charles, they do have a great selection of novels and stuff. Yeah. Graphic novels and everything. I've got quite a few books from there. I've been trying to get all the Marvel Zombies trades before the show comes out, and then everything gets stupid expensive. Okay, so one crazy clear. Every once in a while I get lucky, but I haven't even renewed my pro rewards anymore. My password, I'm kind of locked out of my account right now anyway. When I went to update information, there was a typo when I entered my email. So now my email isn't my email.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, well, we'll reset your password and reset your account. We'll send it to your email. I'm like, that email doesn't exist. It's not a real email. And they're like, okay, well, we'll call you within a day or two. And they never call.
Never. Nope.
So, and then so one time they told me I could create a new account and then just merge all my, transfer information over from the other one. But they said I can't use my current email. I'm like, well, I'm not creating a new email just for. So I just don't have GameStop stuff anymore, I guess. That's it. We went through everything. I don't know. Do you have anything else to say? I'm very excited. I'm actually, dude, I'm tired because I've been sitting here watching and just reading and saving information all day. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, yesterday was preview day. Today's the first day. There's no panels. We'll have a little bit of information and we can kind of predict on what we'd like to see this weekend. And they just dropped it. They dropped so much stuff. There's a lot I didn't even cover just to save time. I just tried to keep the things that we would be interested in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nico's
too much
today. I may do something with Nico Saturday night or Sunday night, maybe both nights, depending on availability and how much information we have. If we're on product overload, we might have to kind of sift through and find some talking points. But if you want to hang out and talk to Nico and I, you can come too. You might have other better things to do.
Who knows what the world will bring me this weekend.
That's my wife's like, well, what are you doing? I'm not doing anything. I'm watching these panels. Hanging out this weekend. Hanging out. Yeah. That's
going to do it for me, man. Yeah. It's Betty by time. It's past my curfew.
Yeah, we're getting ready to lose time anyway. That's all. This thing's on a 2-hour block unless I pay. But I'm not famous enough to pay, We get 2-hour blocks, that's it.
That's it. Cut it off.
But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. John, thanks for hanging out and talking to me.
Absolutely, man.
It was cool. We finally got to do something. I know we've been chatting for a minute now.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can have like a more in-depth topic and not just kind of be bouncing around the next time we do something.
For sure. Let's make it happen.
But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I will talk to you all later.
Adios.